Coming to you live from the Durban ICC in a very sunny and warm Durban this morning for the 46th Ordinary Summit of SADC Heads of State and Government. It's going to be a jam-packed day and we're going to be with you all throughout the day. A number of our reporters on the ground here getting us the necessary and important updates. But before we go to any of them, I think it's important that we take you through the programmatic agenda of the day and give you a sense of what is meant to transpire here today. Joining me here is SABC News Specialist Correspondent Sophie Mokoena. Sophie, we have to talk about the program because that really is what gives us a sense of what's expected today. There's a handing over that's happening. There's an opening by the Secretariat and the interim chairperson, who also is the incoming chairperson. Take us through the program of the day.
Well, you are correct. Today we are going to have an address by the Secretary of SADC, who is going to lay a foundation in terms of what will be the points of discussions as per the agenda. And then you are going to have the President also delivering the speech, and you'll also have the President of Zimbabwe, Emmerson Mnangagwa, doing the formalities of handing over to President Ramaphosa as the current chair of SADC 2026 to 2027. He will speak after Mokhosi, the president, because he was an interim chair of SADC after Madagascar was suspended, and those will be the formalities. There will also be some other activities where there will be an award ceremony to young learners who were requested by the region to do an essay on the issue of SADC itself, and therefore we will know which learner, or you call them students, they're actually learners in school, has won an award, and therefore those will be your formalities, and then it will be a closed session. That's where the agenda of the summit will be dissected, and it's going to be tough behind the scenes on all issues. Yeah,
and of course SABC News is not the only SABC News platform here that's covering everything. Our pop-up channel that's being anchored by Bongiwe Zwana, who is with us here at the Durban ICC. Bongiwe has been broadcasting here quite intensely since yesterday. Bongiwe, what's expected from your end?
A very good morning to you, Oliver, and the viewers. So what people can expect from our side is rolling coverage of the developments here at the ICC, and also in studio with our colleague Mxolisi Masango, who is currently the anchor in Auckland Park, and also Azaria Koza, who will take over from the afternoon. And then here at the Durban ICC, we're going to be having a number of conversations. In fact, we're about to speak to the BMA Commissioner, Dr. Michael Masiapata, looking at the issues of migration. But of course, there's also stats, there's also panel discussions and some other exclusive interviews that our viewers can look forward to.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Bongi. We really do appreciate it. And of course, you can watch that on the SABC Plus app. Download the app on any smart mobile device, and you can watch. It is absolutely for free. And you can follow the SABC News pop-up channel there and get rolling coverage and updates. Look, here on SABC News channel 404, we'll be dipping in and out of various other stories making headlines throughout the day, but the pop-up channel will remain entirely on the subject of the SADC 46th Ordinary Summit for Heads of State and Government. I want to go back to Sophie Mokoena now, and I want us to zoom a little bit back into that closed session, because that's where the tough conversations happen that you and I are not privy to, and hopefully when the closing ceremony happens that we'll get enough detail out of that to get a sense. But there are a lot of things going on in the background that I think are important, such as Malawi, for instance, wanting to get the issue of immigration onto the agenda, and that being a sore thumb, the elephant in the room, so to speak. What do we know about what's on the agenda for the closed session, and what do we know about what's been excluded from the agenda for the closed session?
In the closed session, you have the discussion on integration, industrialization, climate change, the issue of mineral rights and how you utilize your resources, your natural resources, like your mining products, to ensure that you are able to develop the region, and therefore you will have to do that if you have a system of industrialization and to have a country to be a good country in terms of industrialization, you must have enough electricity. Therefore, electricity will be on the agenda. You must have enough water. The issue of water will be on the agenda, and also skills, because you can't industrialize if you don't have the necessary skills. And of course, on peace and security, the issue of Madagascar, the problem of the eastern part of the DRC, where you still have that conflict. Cabo Delgado, they have tried a lot to stabilize that region, but you still have pockets of insurgents operating there. You still have to touch on that. Generally, looking at peace and stability in the region, SADC is one of the most stable regions, but they do have challenges. On migration, there's a problem with migration. Yes, many countries would have wanted migration to be on the agenda, but it was too late. Secondly, there was a request, particularly from Malawi, pushing for this issue to be on the agenda. As you saw, most of the people who left the country were Malawians, and unfortunately, countries such as Mozambique and Zimbabwe did push back to say, don't have this in a formal agenda. You can touch on it, but not in a formal agenda. The same way they were able to push back at the African Union Summit a few weeks ago.
Yeah, well, we'll remain right here throughout the day. Do stay with us, but for now, Leanne, it's back to you in studio.
All right, thanks very much, Oliver, Sophie, and we look forward to the coverage throughout today.